Cape Rock is a ballad written by Robert Southey. Now what is a ballad? In a ballad, a story is given. It is in narrative form. Just as in Marathi we have povada. In English there is a fixed rhyme form, fixed stanzas of 4 lines generally, and it is called a ballad, which tells you a story. Robert Southey was a contemporary of the famous poets William Wordsworth, Samuel Coleridge, and this ballad is a very famous poem of Robert entitled The Inchcape Rock. Now which story does it tell? It tells us the story of a rock. This rock, it is a sandstone reef. Reef means there is a chain of rocks, many rocks are there. A small part of the rocks is visible above the seawater and most of the rock is under the seawater. So the reefs are generally dangerous, very dangerous for the ships which are traveling by sea. In this story, the sandstone reef, we see about a lighthouse, Bell Rock Lighthouse. And for understanding it, let's go to the place where it is situated, and the place is in Europe, country named Scotland. Scotland and England, they are nearby. Now this is the coastal region of Scotland. This is north coast. This is the Angus coast. This is the place. This coast. It is named Angus coastal area. And this is the second coastal area. The name is Fife. This is Fife, Angus. In between these two, you find here a red dot, and this area is the sandstone reef where a lighthouse is built. This is the Bell Rock Lighthouse. Now a lighthouse is very tall. What is the function of a lighthouse? It guides the sailors. How does it guide the ship? Here, this light is visible, bright light at regular intervals of time. Earlier there would be weak light throughout. Nowadays there are light at short intervals, but it is bright. So one thing is light. Second is it gives the blowhorns. Blowhorns, these are called foghorns. Blow means a sound. फॉग हॉर्न म्हणजे शिंग फुंकणे. म्हणजे ज्या वेळेला फॉग आहे, मिस्ट आहे, मिस्ट किंवा फॉग याचा अर्थ धुकं. फॉग किंवा मिस्ट म्हणजे धुकं. सो व्हेन देयर इज मिस्ट एव्हरीवेअर, सेलर्स कॅनॉट सी द लाईट हाऊस. मग लाईट दिसणार नाही. जेव्हा धुकं आहे तेव्हा लाईट दिसणार नाही. सो इन सच अ केस, this lighthouse is having the arrangement of blowing the horns, जे शिंग फुंकणे जोराने, so that the ships will understand that here is a lighthouse, means here are rocks and we should not come in this area. So it is a warning signal for the ships to keep away from that area. Now this distance is 11 miles. You can say about 18 kilometers from the coast. Reef. It is used, this sandstone reef. Reef, it is used, the term is used for that chain of rocks which is near the coast. So this place was really dangerous for all the ships. Now a lighthouse was there. There was a very good man. He was a monk, abbot. He was the head of all the monks. If you see this introduction, you can have his name also, Aberbrotha. This Aberbrotha, who was very kind, who was discreet, what did he do? He tied a bell, a big bell, to this lighthouse, and that picture you can see here. Here you see, the book provides you this picture. This is the sea, this is the North Sea, and here you find that the bell is tied. So, just as there are very good people in this world, there are some cunning, jealous, wicked people in the world, and one of them was Ralph. Ralph the rower. Who was he? Abba was a monk. Head of monk, I should say. Head of monks. And Sir Ralph, he was a pirate. Pirate म्हणजे समुद्री चाचा. Who robs the ships. जहाजांवर हल्ला करून जो लुटमार करतो, he is called a pirate. So, what he did is, he cut this bell. The bell which was tied to the lighthouse, it was cut. See, in this picture also you find that there is the bell hanging, and what would happen is, when the waves would be very tall, then this bell would ring, and the sound of the bell, it would warn the sailors that lighthouse is nearby. So it was very useful for the ships. Now this pirate, Ralph, he thought it a nuisance for him, and so he cut it. And he himself had to face the very serious effects of it. काय केले यानी? ही बेल कापून टाकली. And this poem, The Inchcape Rock, is about this wicked act of Sir Ralph the Rower. So let's see the poem in details now. To revise this introduction, Robert Southey has written a ballad entitled The Inchcape Rock. This Inchcape Rock takes us to the sandstone reef, which is in Scotland. This is the north coast of Scotland, and 11 miles away from the coast, here lies the Inchcape Rock. The Inchcape Rock has a lighthouse which is called Bell Rock Lighthouse, and a good man named Aberbrotha, he tied a bell there in order to have the other people. But the pirate Ralph cut it. So let's see the poem in details now. Now we want to see the catchy description of the poem The Inchcape Rock. So let's read the poem today. No star in the air, no star in the sea. The ship was as still as she could be. Her sails from haven received no motion. Her keel was steady in the ocean. Without either sight or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. So little they rose, so little they fail, they did not move the Inchcape bell. The Abbot of Aberbrothock had placed that bell on the Inchcape rock. On a buoy in the storm, it floated and swung, and over the waves the warning rang. Let's see the explanation of these three stanzas. The stanza begins with the first line. There was no stir in the air. Now this S-T-I-R, stir. Stir means moment. And when there is movement in the air means we say wind is blowing. Similarly, that wind can cause stir in the ocean. But neither there was stir in the air nor there was stir in the sea. The ship was as still. Say, still means at one place. Stabdha, ekach ठिकाणी. The ship was S-H-I-P, we are talking of ship. This is the ship. The ship was at one place. It was not moving. The sails from the haven received no motion. So here is the word sails. And what are these? These are the parts of the ship. See, this is the boat or this is the ship. Then this is called the sail. This is the sail. This is the hoist. डोलकाठी आणि हे जे जहाजाचं शीड आहे याला म्हणतात सेल. Then this is this part, bottom part, it is called keel of the ship. So there was no movement in the sea. The ship was at one place, and the pronoun which is used here for ship is she. Remember this. This she stands for ship. She was not moving, means the ship was not moving. Her sails from haven received no motion. Her keel was steady. This is the keel. How was the keel? The keel was steady. And the meaning of steady is also at one place. Without either sign or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over the Inchcape rock. Now we have seen earlier that in this sea there is this is the Inchcape rock. This is the Inchcape rock. And there is the bell which was placed on this Inchcape rock by the Abbot of Aberbrothock. Now there were no high waves in the sea. So this ship was steady. And the waves were not high. And because the waves were not high, these waves, they could not touch the bell. The bell was far higher. There was much distance between waves and bell. या लाटा एवढ्या उंच नव्हत्या की त्या बेल पर्यंत पोहोचतील आणि बेलचा आवाज होईल. Means the atmosphere, you see, the mood in the first stanzas of this poem, it is gay moods. See, G-A-Y, gay means happy. Another word for happy is this mirth. Mirth means happiness. So, the mood in the first stanzas is of happiness. The sea was not disturbed, air was not disturbed, and there was no possibility that the waves will move the bell, Inchcape bell. As the Abbot of Aberbrothock had placed that bell, which worked as a warning signal for the sailors when the high tide would be there or when the waves would be high. Waves high केव्हा राहतात? When the sea becomes fierce, and it is possible when a strong gale is blowing. Gale means wind. When a strong wind is blowing. So let's turn to the next stanza on the next page, that is 105. When the rock was hid by the surges swell, the mariners heard the warning bell, and then they knew the perilous rock and blessed the Abbot of Aberbrotha. So here you come across the word surges swell, and if you see the right hand side of the book, all these is very nicely explained. Sudden and great rise in the waves in the level of the sea. See, surge, the word is surge. And to surge means to come up. Now what comes up? The waves of the sea. When there is a sudden surge in the waves, means when the waves suddenly come up, they touch the bell and then the bell rings. So this is a warning signal for the mariners. What is the meaning of mariners? Mariners has been derived from the word marine. Some pronounce it as marine also. Marine means of the sea. So mariners means the sailors, the people who are traveling by the sea. Khalashi, jahazavarse lok. These are called mariners. So all the mariners, all the sailors, they would bless the Abbey of Aberbrotha. The sun in heaven was shining gay. All things were joyful on that day. The seabirds screamed as they wheeled around, and there was a joyance in their sound. So this feeling of happiness which is there in the first three stanzas is carried forward in the next stanza also, and it is indicated by the first word, the sun is gay. Now when the writer says the sun is gay, what is the use of this to the mariners? When the sun shines brightly, see, sun is gay means the sun is bright, and when the sun shines brightly, there is no fog. In the earlier part we have seen fog म्हणजे धुकं, सूर्य आहे म्हणजे धुकं नाही आहे. And so the mariners can understand the direction very well. Earlier, this poem has been penned in the 18th century, 1810. And in those days, modern techniques for knowing the direction were not known. So people understood the direction with the help of the sun and the wind. Now wind was not blowing, but the sun was brightly shining. And so the sun is gay. This indicates happiness for all the mariners. The second point is, all things were joyful on that day. The seabirds screamed as they wheeled around. See, these are the seabirds. There are some birds who travel over the sea. They move and they catch the fish, and these seabirds, the verb which is used is wheeled around. See, this wheel. Everybody knows the meaning of this word wheel. Wheel around. Wheel म्हणजे चाक. Wheeled around means moved around. So the seabirds, they wheeled around, they moved around. So there are, the sun is shining brightly, the seabirds are moving, the seabirds are flying, going round and round. The sea is steady, the waves are not high. All these things indicate that the mood which is expressed in these stanzas is of happiness. There was a joyance in their sound. Now, there was a joyance in the sound of the bird. Joyance means happiness. And there was a joyance in the sound which was made by the birds. The next stanza, he felt the boy of the Inchcape bell was seen the darker space on the ocean's green. Sir Ralph the rover walked his deck, and he fixed his eye on the darker span. the boy of the Inchcape bell was sick. Now I have painted this drawn this very close to the bell. But earlier this sheep might have been here, far away, and from a distance, Sir Ralph the rower. Now who is Sir Ralph? Sir Ralph is the pirates. Samudri Chacha. We have seen Aberbrothock, who was a very good man, who placed this bell, tied this bell, and we see the second man here, who is contrary to him, Sir Ralph the rower, who was wicked. He was pirate. His ship could see the boy, B-U-O-Y. This means, the meaning is given, the waves of the sea. And these waves of the sea, they are whatever is floating, that is carried upward because of the waves of the sea, and that is called buoy. Buoyant means which can float, and buoy means that object which is floating. So from a distance we saw that the Inchcape bell was there, and the entire atmosphere made this Ralph very happy. But his joy was out of wickedness. तो आनंदी होता, पण आनंदी कसा? दुष्टपणातून. Why? He was standing on the deck of the ship. जहाजाच्या डेकवर तो उभा आहे. And the thought which is there in his mind, that made him feel happy. This thought may be good for him, it was not good for people. And what was that thought? See, he was so happy, which action shows that he was happy? He was whistling. So शिट्टी वाजवतोय. He felt the cheering power of the spring. It made him whistle. It made him sing. His heart was mirthful to excess, but rover's mirth was wickedness. Wicked means cruel. Wicked means cruel. So his mirth, his joy, it was full of wickedness. He was whistling, he was singing, and there was a plan, wicked plan going on in his mind. See what he says now. His eye was on the Inchcape floats. This is the Inchcape and the float. Water is floating. So his eyes are on this. त्याचं लक्ष कुठे आहे? Inchcape rock कडे. And what does it speak? See, the writer has uses this word quoth here. Q-U-O-T-H. In fact, these words, these three words you find in the poem, and these words are called archaic words. What are archaic words? The words of old English usage. जुन्या इंग्लिश मध्ये जे शब्द होते आता वापरत नाही आपण. These words are called archaic words. For example, quoth we say quote. Hath we say has. In the next stanza we can see this word methinks. This methinks means I think. So these words hath, methinks, quoth, these are the words of, these are called archaic words, the words of old English usage. So let's turn to the poem. What does he say? What does he quote? He quotes, my men, put out the boat and row me to the Inchcape rock. I will plague the Abbot of Aberbrothock. So here the word is plague, P-L-A-G-U-E. How does this word come? What does he say? What does he quote? And to whom he is talking? He is not alone on his boat. There are so many people. So many other sailors. He talks to those sailors. Let's go. Carry the boat to the Inchcape Rock. And what shall I do? I shall do such a thing which will plague, means which will cause pain. Cause pain to the Abbot of Aberbrothock. Why? Because his mind is full of jealousy. We see here the mind of Ralph is full of jealousy. Jealousy म्हणजे काय? हेवा, मत्सर. People praise the Abbot of Aberbrothock. He was kind man. And Ralph is wicked. Ralph does not like people praising the Abbot. And so he says, men, carry the boat to the Inchcape Rock. Now he is the master of all those sailors. So they have no other option. The boat is lowered. The boatman row. See, the boatman row. This is called rowing. The action of carrying the boat forward. Boat समोर नेणे. That is called rowing. The boat is lowered, the boatman row, and to the Inchcape Rock they go. Sir Ralph bent from the boat. See, he bent. And what did he do? He cut the bell from the Inchcape Rock. So, what happened? He cut the bell. Now, what will happen to the bell? The bell will fall down. So, the same thing happened. The bell fell down, sunk the bell down, sunk the bell with a gurgling sound. The use of this word, gurgle. Gurgle means that peculiar sound which is there in the throat. Suppose you have sore throat. घसा दुखत असेल तर आपण मिठाच्या पाण्याने गुळण्या करतो. That sound special. It is called gurgle. And this bell, when it fell in the sea water, it made this gurgling sounds. Now what is the figure of speech here? It is onomatopoeia. Because the onomatopoeic word gurgle has been used here. So the figure of speech is onomatopoeia. The bell fell down with a gurgling sound. The bubbles rose. When is this a gurgling sound made? When bubbles are there. आपण पाण्याच्या गुळण्या करतो म्हणजे काय करतो? ते पाणी घशात येतं. Water and air, they mix here. And so the gurgling sound is made. So the bubbles rose and they burst around. And what did he quote? Again the onomatopoeic word. He said, archaic word. What did he say? He said, now no one will bless the Abbot of Aberbrothock. Because now the bell is cut. I cut the bell. There is no bell. So no one is going to bless the Abbot of Aberbrothock. We go to the last page of the poem. Sir Ralph the rover sailed away. He scoured the seas for many a day, and now grown rich with plundered store, he stays his course for Scotland shore. After cutting the bell, he sailed away. He travelled away to distant lands. This word, scourge. This apostrophe stands for E. So it is scourge means he travelled. He travelled to distant lands. What was his work? He was a pirate. Means he looted people. लोकांना लुटलं त्याने. लोकांना म्हणजे कोणत्या? Those people who were travelling by sea. Those people who were travelling by ships. He robbed these people. लुटमार केली त्यांनी. And he plundered wealth. Plunder. he gathered a lot of wealth. भरपूर संपत्ती जमा केली. And then after that he steered his course for Scotland shore. So steers, S-T-E-R, stay means him, means sukanu, means what is the meaning? To steer means to travel by sea, means to use the ship and come back. So his course, C-O-U-R-S-E here, course means way, and he is a native of Scotland. He is coming back to the same country, that is, he is coming back to Scotland. So thick a haze spreads the sky. So what is the condition now? When we see the beginning stanzas of the poem, we see that the mood is of happiness. While now on the last page of this poem, we find that the mood changes. How is the mood now? See the words which will make it clear. There is the haze. Haze means mist, means fog, म्हणजे धुकं. So because of the mist, because of the haze, they cannot see, they cannot understand the direction. Also, they cannot see the sun, means there is haze, this is first thing. Second is, there is no sun. The wind hath blown a gale all day, means there were strong winds. So see, three things are given. First, there is the haze, म्हणजे गच्च धुकं आहे, दाट धुकं आहे. Second, there is no sunlight, and third is no sunlight means no sun, means direction, getting the direction is not possible, and there are strong winds. Whenever there are strong winds, we know that the waves of the sea, they become fierce. On the deck, the wind had blown a gale all day, died away. So see, at evening it hath died away, means it was evening time and the wind now pacified. On the deck, the rover takes his stand. So dark it is, they see no land. So what is the time? It is dark, it is evening, and in that darkness they cannot see anything. Quoth Sir Lar, it will be lighter soon, for there is the dawn of the rising moon. So the atmosphere is dark, but in the same the writer uses the word dawn also. See, opposite. Now this is the dawn of the moon. Means when there will, dawnचा अर्थ काय आहे? पहाट. पण पहाट म्हणजे सूर्योदयाची पहाट आहे का? No. The moon will come up, and when the moon will come up, there will be moonlight, and in moonlight we shall be able to see the way, we shall understand where to go. This is what Sir Ralph said. But what is the condition? Cast here, again archaic word, cast. We say cannot, we say can't, but archaic word, so is. So cast here means we cannot hear the breakers roar. For methinks we should be near the shore. Now where we are, I cannot tell, but I wish I could hear the inch cap. The pirate Ralph is standing on the deck of the ship. The atmosphere is dark. He is waiting for the moon, but the moon has not risen. Complete haze everywhere, and suddenly some sound of breaking is heard. See, this breaking sound is very important for the mariners. Why? Because there is possibility. If there is a rock and the keel touches the rock, or the keel, K-E-E-L, keel means bottom of the ship. If it dashes the rock, because rock is inside water and it is not visible. So if the keel dashes the rock, it may break and the sound is not on a lower note. It is roar, breaking roar. Ralph says, I am afraid we are near the shore. How I wish there should have been the Inchcape Bell. काय वाटतंय त्याला की अरे ब्रेकिंगचा आवाज आला, मी किनाऱ्याजवळ पोहोचतोय. But I am not sure whether I am near the shore or not. If there would have been Inchcape Bell, it would have been far better. आज Inchcape Bell हवी होती. This is the feeling of regret. But is the bell there? No. What had happened? He himself had cut the bell. And now, at this moment, he remembers that action which he himself did, that is, he cut the bell. I wish I could hear the Inchcape Bell. They hear no sound. The swell is strong. Though the wind hath fallen, they drift along, till the vessel strikes with a shivering shock. Oh Christ, it is the Inchcape Rock. How does the poem go further? They hear no sounds. No sound is heard. Means the bell is cut, so they cannot hear the sound of the bell. The swell is strong, means the swell means the waves of the sea. They are very strong. Samudra usarla. The swell is strong. Though the wind hath fallen, they drift along, till the vessel strikes. What's happening? The ship is moving. And vessel means ship. The ship made a sound, and it was the striking sound. Strike means dash. Takkar hone. The vessel, the ship, struck the Inchcape Rock, and Sir Ralph understood that they were near the shore. We know well that the Inchcape Rock is 11 miles, means 18 kilometers away from the shore, and the vessel struck the Inchcape Rock. Sir Ralph the rower tore his hair. He cursed himself in his despair. What is the condition? What did he do? He tore his hair. Here, he tore the hair. Second, he cursed himself. Cursed म्हणजे शिव्या देणे. He blamed himself. Then, the waves rush in every side. The ship is sinking beneath the tide. So, what do these actions show? He is tearing his hair. He cursed himself. He is angry. But at the same time, he is very nervous. We can say he is frustrated. And out of these actions that he tore his hair and he cursed. But it was of no use now. The ship sank. Jahaz डुबलं. But even in his dying fear, one dreadful sound could the rower hear. A sound as if with the Inchcape Bell, the devil below was ringing his knell. So, when the ship was singing, what might be the thought in the mind of Sir Ralph, that is given in the last stanza? There was that dying fear. See, this dying fear. Fear म्हणजे भीती. कशाची भीती आहे? This is the fear of death. He knows that his death is certain. And when the ship was sinking, when the vessel was sinking, he heard another sound. one more sound he heard, and that sound was of the knell. Now what is knell? The description is given on the left hand side. The sound of a bell rung solemnly after death or funeral announcement of death. See, when death, there will be the death, or when there will be the funeral announcement of death. Funeral म्हणजे अंत्यसंस्कार. अंत्यसंस्कार करायच्या आधी जी बेल वाजवल्या जाते, तो जो आवाज आहे, that is called this is KNELL. This is called knell. So there is the sound of the knell. And was it a reality? Was there any sound? No. But because of his bad deed, because of his bad act, jealous act, inhuman act, काय केलं त्यांनी? त्यांनी स्वतःच ती बेल तोडली आहे आणि आता त्याला त्या बेलचा आवाज ऐकू येतो. As if who is ringing that bell in the ocean? A devil. See, why do we say that knell means the sound which is made during funeral? Because it is not a pious sound, it is not a good sound. It is made by a devil. Satan आवाज. Devil म्हणजे सैतान. So the last stanza ends on a very sad note. What do you learn from this story now? As you sow, so shall you reap. Or tit for tat. If you are good, the world supports you. If you are treacherous, if you are jealous, then you are going to pay for that. So this we learn from it. Remaining questions we shall see in the next sitting. Thank you.